Reliable authorities tell us that the Christmas season is the happiest time of the year, but it's anything but that for young Bishop Henry Brome. Determined to build a cathedral, he can't raise the money, and if that isn't trouble enough, he finds his prayers have been answered in the person of a young, handsome, and full-fledged angel named Dudley, who seems to find the bishop's wife better company than the bishop.
They're coming up the walk now, Bishop. Mrs. Brome and Mr. Dudley.
Oh, they are? Well, I hope dinner isn't spoiled, Matilda.
Oh, no, sir. I had sort of a feeling they might be late.
Very considerate of you.
Henry?
Good evening, Julia.
I'm sorry I'm so late, dear.
Hello, Henry.
Good evening, Dudley.
We had the most marvelous time. Oh, I wish you'd been with us.
Yes, I wish I had.
Is Debbie asleep yet?
She's waiting to see you.
Oh, good. I'll go right up.
I trust you spent a profitable afternoon, Dudley?
Oh, yes, yes. Did you have a profitable afternoon, Henry?
Not very. Dudley, I'd like to see you for a moment. I mean, here in my study.
Certainly.
This won't take long, but I'd rather not be interrupted. You'll excuse me if I lock the door? Dudley, I simply cannot go on like this. Can you prove to me that you are an angel?
Proof? You mean a document? Oh, surely you of all people should know that angels need no passports.
I'd be a lot happier if I could see you perform a miracle.
Well, what kind?
Well, make this desk rise up and fly around the room.
Oh, Henry, please. I didn't come here to do tricks. I'm surprised at you.
I don't believe you're an angel at all. I think you're a demon right out of...
Henry, no, don't say that word.
Well, anyway, now you know how I feel.
Oh, yes.
Now, wait a minute, Dudley. I'm not through yet. There's another matter. The door. I locked that door. He just opened it and walked out. Dudley! Wait a minute. Dudley! Now it's locked again. Dudley!
He went upstairs, dear, to say goodnight to Debbie.
Oh.
Is anything wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. Oh, you look very well, Julia. Very bright and gay.
I feel gay, Henry.
I think you're an excellent wife, Julia.
Why, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
It's
proud
a lovely
of the
night, isn't
well-ordered
it?
life we lead.
Oh, driver, could you
to know
take us through the
that
park,
I think the credit
please?
for that is due to you much more than to me.
Thank you again, dear.
Do you think I'm an excellent husband?
Of course, dear. Henry, I hope you're going to take things easier now. I mean, with Dudley here, I think he's very able.
You do?
Yes, he knows so many things.
What, for instance?
You should have seen him this afternoon. We met Professor Wutheridge. Why, Dudley knows more about history than he does.
He should. He's been at it longer.
What?
Oh, nothing.
So right after dinner, Henry, we'll get a taxi and go down to St. Timothy's.
St. Timothy's? Tonight?
Of course, dear. The choir's rehearsing for the benefit. Henry, we promised Mr. Miller we'd...
Oh, Julia, I telephoned Mrs. Hamilton this afternoon.
Henry!
I apologized to her for some of the things I've said. I had to, and she said I might call on her tonight.
But the rehearsal's just for you.
$1 million for Mrs. Hamilton, dear, is far more important. Besides, Mr. Miller will be delighted to see you.
You're his bishop, Henry. And besides, I just don't like going alone.
My evening seems quite free, Henry.
Oh, no, definitely not. You've done enough already.
Well, I was about to suggest that I see Mrs. Hamilton and you take Julia to St. Timothy's.
You and Mrs. Hamilton? Oh, no.
Well, it's just a suggestion.
Dudley, would you mind very much going with me?
Julia!
Yes, Henry? Well?
I think that might be a very good solution. Thank you, Dudley.
You're welcome, Henry.
I'm so relieved, Bishop Brome. You needn't make any further apologies.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Hamilton. And in view of your generosity, the George B. Hamilton Memorial Chapel shall be located wherever you specify in the new cathedral.
Well, now we're getting somewhere, aren't we? Oh, there's another matter. That window depicting St. George and the dragon.
Yes?
I should very much like the countenance of St. George to resemble my late husband.
Oh, who do you see as the dragon?
Oh, any old dragon.
Thank you. Well, now that we're in such complete accord, would you mind very much if we postponed the details? Julia's waiting for me at St. Timothy's.
Very well. We can go over the plans when I transfer the funds.
Thank you so much. Well, that's strange.
Is anything the matter?
Well, yes, this chair, I can't get up. It's stuck to my... I'm stuck to it.
Stuck to the chair?
Yes, doesn't seem quite right, does it?
It must be the new varnish. The furniture people should have warned us.
I do hope I'm not harming the chair.
Oh, this is preposterous.
Awkward situation, isn't it? Well, perhaps you'll give me a little pull at the back? Again, please. I'm afraid I'll have to remove my... Mrs. Hamilton, might I use the telephone?
Yes, of course. It's right over there. Can you walk?
After a fashion. Hello, Matilda. This is Bishop Brougham. I'm at Mrs. Hamilton's. I want you to come here at once with another pair of trousers. Well, what difference does it make? Just bring me another pair of trousers. Thank you.
I'm so sorry this has happened.
Oh, if only I could get in touch with Julia or Dudley or... Dudley! This is all his doing. Dudley!
Now, Bishop, don't be nervous. I have a chair, Bishop.
I have a chair.
I can't imagine what happened to Henry. He was so sure he'd meet us there.
Well, I suppose he's detained at Mrs. Hamilton's.
Oh, of course. You know, Dudley, it's a strange thing. You seem to be able to make me feel as if everything's going to be all right.
Everything could be all right for everyone, Julia, if people would only learn to behave like human beings.
It's a lovely night, isn't it? Oh, driver, could you take us through the park, please?
But that's out of your way, lady.
You're getting bored with this driver?
Say, I'll drive you by way of Mexico City if you want me to. That's the trouble with this country. Too many people who don't know where they're going and they want to get there too fast. I'd call you two very unusual people.
Oh, thank you. You're very perceptive.
You know your destination, but you're in no hurry to get there. And you're not reluctant to invest an extra 4 bits for a detour with Mother Nature. You crazy or something? Look where you're going.
Oh, that was really a close one.
Holy smoke. Did you see the way I missed that truck? Like a miracle.
Yes, I know, but just don't overplay your hand.
Hey, look, they're ice skating over there.
Well, so they are. Julia, we're going ice skating.
Oh, no, we mustn't. It's too late. We couldn't. Do you really think we could?
You can stop here, driver. We're going ice skating. Oh, you too. Well, this is it, Sylvester. What do I owe you?
Not a cent, my friend. Want to know why? Because you and the little lady here have restored my faith in human nature. Well, good night, Dudley. Good night, Julia.
Good night, Sylvester.
Sylvester is a noble soul. His children and his children's children will rise up and call him blessed.
Oh, this has been the most wonderful evening I've had in years.
It's the most wonderful evening I've had in centuries. You're a beautiful skater, Julia. In fact, you're beautiful.
Well, you've come home.
Oh, hello, Henry.
Henry, what happened to you? I thought you were going to meet us at St. Timothy's.
What happened to you? It's almost 10 o'clock.
You'll never guess, Henry. We've been ice skating.
Ice skating?
Yes, you should have seen Dudley. He's marvelous, Henry. Oh, and those boys at St. Timothy's, the way they sang, it was simply heavenly.
I'm sure it was.
Did you have a successful meeting with Mrs. Hamilton?
Quite satisfactory, thank you.
Good. I'll be right down, Henry.
Dudley?
Yes, Henry?
Whatever went on these last few hours, there's one thing I'm sure of. Julia is absolutely blameless.
Of course she is.
But you deliberately stopped me from joining you by the seat of my pants.
Well, now, Julia had a very good time.
But I did not.
Henry, if you had sent me to represent you with Mrs. Hamilton, I would have gone. But you didn't, so I represented you with your wife.
Oh, is that part of the normal duties of an angel?
Sometimes, Henry, angels must rush in where fools fear to tread.
I haven't the faintest idea what that means, and I don't want it explained to me. In any event, you can go now, Dudley. I have solved my problem. Mrs. Hamilton is giving me the money for the cathedral.
But that was a foregone conclusion, providing you were willing to make a slight sacrifice of your principles.
Don't you think it's worth it for this glorious edifice?
I'm not so sure of its glory at a time like this.
Oh, you're not?
No, these are rather lean years for the world, Henry. So many people need food. So many need shelter. That big roof could make so many little roofs.
I'm dealing with a materialistic, selfish woman. She wouldn't listen to talk like that.
Did you try?
You came here so that I could have a cathedral. Well, I've got a cathedral, and I want you to get out of my house and out of my life and away from Julia.
Suppose you pray for that, Henry. After all, it was prayer that brought me here.
Very well, I'll pray.
Henry, I'm afraid that's no prayer.
It was right from my heart. I want you to go.
Julia doesn't.
Julia, get out! Get out!
Julia is about to come down those stairs. Don't let her see you like this, Henry. Try to calm yourself.
Dudley?
He's gone.
Oh, Debbie's awake. She wants to say goodnight to him.
I just told you, Dudley is gone.
But where?
How would I know?
But why did he leave so suddenly?
Because I got rid of him. I told him to go away. I fired him.
Why?
Because he's incompetent. He was no good at his job, and I cannot stand the sight of him.
Henry?
Believe me, Julia, I know what I'm doing.